Hi, everybody. Um, this is a little tour of iMovie. We are going to make a movie, and I just wanted to show you a few things about iMovie. So, first of all, you'll need to go into it. Let me see. I thought I had that open. There it is. So, it's the icon that looks like that. It's just iMovie. That's the name of it. And here we are. I'm in iMovie. I've already got a video in here. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to import this again. Let me delete that. Yep. Okay. So when you start, you're going to import whatever movie you have, whatever media. So you just go here and you're just going to find it wherever it is. When on your computer, you can go up here and you're just going to bring it in. And then you can just click on that and you can import it. And you can see I've got a little timer here. That circle is going to show me when it's all in the program. Almost there. There it is. And then I can just click on this. I've already created a project, so you can just come here and create a new movie, or you can go to projects. Well, I'm not going to actually do one right now, but anyhow, that's pretty easy to do. You'll be able to do that, no problem. Command N is always create new. All right, so here it is. I just dragged it into my edit window here, and I can play the movie. This is an excerpt from the Grand Rapids Guitar Quartet concert we played a year ago. So this is a little bit, and you can see, so this movie was made at the church we played at. And I can change the volume here. This is the volume. You see the WAV file, so I can take that down. I can actually raise it up here too. So we can move the audio, we can change that. Let's see. So some other things now, if you want to edit the video, you can actually slice it up and Command B. So wherever I put my cursor, see if I slide it along here, say I put it here, as long as if this is not highlighted, it will not work. But if I get this video highlighted or the audio highlighted, whatever I'm working with, Command B, and you can see I can take out pieces if I want to, or I could separate them with another video. But I probably, since this is a recording of a piece, I'm going to put that back. Since this is a recording of a piece, I want to make sure that audio track is not changed, because I actually want that to play through the whole thing. Now I can add other pictures and things above there, but I may want to just keep that audio the same. So I probably am going to use a separate audio track. So let's go to that next. I'm going to go to his Logic. So I'm actually, this is kind of cool. You can import a movie into Logic. I've already done it here, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'll show you how to do it. You can just go to File, and then when you click on that, you'll get a choice here to open a movie. And you can say Open a Movie, and then if I'm going to just go through this and I'll show you what it does. And then I can actually, I chose both of these, so I have the movie on here, but I don't have to have it. I could just say extract the audio track, so I could take that off and I could just have the audio track. But in this case, I took the movie, but sometimes it's nice just to have the audio tracks, and so I've done that. And then you can work with the audio, because you can't really work with the audio in iMovie. I mean, you can adjust the volume, but you can't change much. But see, what I did here, I'm going to turn these off. So this is the original. Oh, I guess you can't hear it on this. I can't, but you can see I've added some things. And what I've added is I've EQ'd it. So there's the EQ. I thought that when I listened to it, it was a little muddy. So I took a little bit of the low end out, and I thought maybe a little of the high end out. I mean, you could experiment with that some more. And then I took the S1 imager and I just made it wider. Okay, so I can do that. That's you. We don't have that, but and this is a reverb that I have. It's called a convolution reverb, and I can choose different churches or performance spaces that I can make it sound like that's what you're playing in. So I chose this because I thought it was a little bit dry, so I just chose another church since we are playing in a church. So then you would just take that and you could just bounce that. You would just bounce the project, bounce the audio somewhere. Let's see. I see if I can find what I did with it. So there it is. It's in the, yep, there it is. So I can go back. I should have, I think I already bounced that. Maybe I didn't. Okay. So I guess that's what I need to do. No, there it is. I think that's it right there. I did bounce that. Yep, that's it. That's the one. Okay, so I bounced that already. I'm going to go back to iMovie. So right now I just have the track that came with the movie. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that. So I'm going to go back and find that on my computer. I know about where it is. Sorry to take so long, but I'm going to go here. 24 fall. We're in Music 172. And this is the iMovie project. And it's this. I'm going to choose the WAV file. I do have both the MP3 and the WAV file, but I think I like the WAV file here because it's a little higher quality. So let me drag that down here. And what I can do, that should line up pretty good, but we can check that, you know. You can actually make this even zoom in on it right here. I'm actually zoomed way in, so I could see how this is lining up, and it actually looks pretty good. So let me turn. So if I turn, I'm going to turn this one off. There's the. Okay, let me turn that one down and turn this one on. Bring that up. I can just bring that volume up. And so if you bring it up too high, you see how that's getting all yellow there. So that's going to be a little bit distorted. So I'm just going to bring it right there. And let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, I do have it lined up pretty good. Sometimes you have to play with this to do it. You know, you can look at the WAV file. If you just bring this one up, then you can see them both. And you can see where they hit. But I'm zoomed in pretty good, so you can see these transients are hitting pretty close to each other. Guitar, I think, is easier than some instruments because you can actually see it, you know. And if you're zoomed in like that much and they're lining up, it should be pretty good so that your music works with the video. So you can do that. That's a kind of a neat thing I like to do a lot of the times. So you could record, say, in Pro Tools, and then you could work on the audio in Pro Tools and then export it. You know, record at the same time you're making your video. That's what I do. I run the camera and Pro Tools at the same time. And then I work on the audio in Pro Tools, and then I match it up with the audio that's on the camera, and then I can have a little better quality than what the camera gives me. Although I will say that now iPhones, you can get microphones that work with these, and these can record pretty well. So you could make a pretty good quality music video with your iPhone. I think you actually could. Okay, so that's what I would do with the audio. And again, you can cut this, you know, like if you didn't want the audio all the way through, you could go here. And if this is highlighted, well, can't get that. There it is. See how this yellow has a yellow border on it. Now if I hit Command B, like blade, that's going to give me the I can change that audio. I don't really want to do that because I told you I want that all intact. But I am turning the volume down. I don't want both of them, so I'm going to make sure the volume on the movie is down, and I'm going to use the one that I worked on in Pro Tools. And so that's the one. I wish you could hear it. All right, so I'm going to bring this back and let's talk about, oh, something else while I am here on this is if, right here at the end. So I've got some applause and it just cuts off. So I want that to fade out. And so you can fade that out. Actually, you could do it in Logic, which would be pretty easy to do, but you can do it here too. You got to play with that a little bit. See, that's not it. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. See, I found that it's a little bit above the audio line there. See, now that's going to fade out. I don't want it that far, but I just wanted you to see. I think you can see that in this video. And then it's kind of a little tricky. You got to get up here and get that look right there. Now I don't have it anymore, but if you go up here, you get those two arrows, and then you can drag it and you can create a fade out. So that's kind of cool. All right, and then the other thing I can do is I can import more video. I can import pictures. So I'm going to import a picture right now. And I'm just going, okay, I got a couple of church sanctuaries. I just grabbed these. This isn't where we play, but just so you could see what it was and play and maybe mess around with it. So I could drop this in here. And I could, if I drop it right there, watch what happens to this video. So I think what's going to happen is when the cursor gets over this, that's what you'll see. No, it doesn't look very good, but let me see if how this one looks. Let me drop that other one if that's any better. Here's another one I could do. So sometimes it's nice to have a little change. That one's actually better. I like that one. I'm going to take this one off. Yeah, that's a better picture here. And so that's actually that's the Ken Burns effect, I'm pretty sure. So if we go up here, so here you have some different effects along this part right here. So if you say went here, if you had multiple pictures, you could match the color. So select a frame. Okay, I want to match. Let me see if I can match that one. Well, I guess it's not working. Okay. Well, you can do that anyhow. All right. And different things you can do. You can skin tone. There's also white balance, and you just select it with the eyedropper where you want to balance it. Where I'm not going to get too much into that right now. This one works on the colorization of the video. Again, I'm not going to use that. I'm actually going to reset them. This one is kind of cool because I actually do use this one quite a bit. So I can crop it, but I can take part of the video. Now, I might not want to do the whole thing. Maybe I want to just take some of it. So I could go Command B and just take a little piece, Command B like that. And now I've got a little piece here. Now if we play it without, okay, there was that. So if I wanted to do something with that right now, it just goes right to there. They've got it fading in already. But just to show you what you could do, you could go here and you could say the Ken Burns effect. And then this one is the start. So it's actually getting bigger and going smaller. So let's see what that looks like. It's already on there. See, it's zooming in. So that's the Ken Burns effect. So if I go back here, click on that, go back to my Ken Burns effect, I can move these. So I actually like it to go bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in, maybe we'll go here. Let's say we start here on this point here, and then we'll go, when we go to the end, we're going to have the whole thing in there. So now I've just changed it around a little bit. So that's something you can do. The other thing, of course, you can, to make this a little smoother, is you can use transitions. So if you go up here along this you've got media, audio and video, titles, backgrounds, and transitions, and we're going to go over those in just a second. But you could just take, say, cross dissolve and drop that in. Let's see, I think I got one there. You can see there it is. So if I go here, there, there's my Ken Burns effect, and the cross dissolve back to where we were. So I could probably cross dissolve on this one too. Yeah, I probably have to cut this. I'm not going to do that right now, but I could. Actually, let me just do it. So I'm just going to zoom in on that a little bit, and I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to cut this. You see that's highlighted. I'm not using that audio in that video, so I can do it. If I needed that audio, then I'd be really messing it up. But because I've I've separated the audio track, I'm going to delete that. Whoops. Okay, I think maybe I'll have to go there. Delete that. All right, now I'm going to drop this one right in there. And I think, let me look at this. I'm checking to make sure. Yeah, my audio lines up because I did that. All right, now I'm going to put the cross dissolve in here and here. And now it should be pretty good. And there's my other cross dissolve and my Ken Burns effect right there. Okay, so let's see this one where you can stabilize a shaky video. I've got the audio on the video, so I do want that at 0. I could change it here instead of with the volume line in the automation that I did. Reduce background noise. Oh, and I can slow this down. I can reverse it. There's different things you can do here. You don't have to, but you could. All right, so we've done that. Transitions, we've talked about. You have a bunch of different ones. I just chose that one, so you could do that. Backgrounds. These are different backgrounds you can use. If you put that in, I mean, that's what you would see. So if I drop that here, for example, you're just going to, that's what you see. So I don't really want that there, but there are places for this. So those are backgrounds to maps and backgrounds. Titles, now we are going to use those. So let's put a title in here. We're going to drop one in at the beginning. So I'm going to just choose, there's a bunch of different ones. I can have scrolling. I can have expand, lower third. If you put like one, say lower third, if I dropped it here, it actually will show up in the, like in the video, you'll see it. So I'm going to just go here a minute. See, I would just go here and I could just grgq at Grand Haven, and I could just use that much. I'll get rid of this one, just delete that. And that's what you would see when you watch this video. See, I got that in the lower third, and I could expand that out too, so I could have it here. So I could have it there. The other thing I could do is I could take this whole thing. I think I can just drop a background in here. Let's go get a background. And we want something pretty plain. So I'm going to just take this background. I'm going to put it right there at the beginning before any music plays. And I'm going to slide that right here. And then you can have a title. See, it's showing now. Here's the start of that video. So I just popped that background in. And then I've got the title just showing. And probably if I was going to do that myself, I'd probably say, in terms of the title, I'd want one more in the middle. Like maybe this. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, so text here, I could say, oops. There. I got to double click on it. grgq at Grand Haven. Performing, maybe I can can I? And now, where's GR? Got the other one. So those are how you use titles, and we did use a background right here too. So we use that with our title. Now we don't have to have a background here. I could delete that. Well, I guess I do because I got to have something to take that space. So I am going to pop that background in, and it did get rid of my title, so I'd have to bring that back in. So otherwise, I can't have that because I didn't have video there. I needed to have that some kind of background there. Well, I'm just making this video for the class, and I did notice something. So when I did that title, I'm working actually on another video at this point, but I'm going to put a background again right here because I didn't show you something on that I think you might want to know. I can lengthen that as much as I want. So I mean, if you want it to be a minute or however long you want it, because sometimes it seems like 4 seconds is kind of quick, you know, so maybe you want it to be a little bit. So I'm actually going to make a little title for this video right here. I'm just going to put this title in, and we're just going to say expand. We'll drop this. This might be kind of fun. And also the other thing that I didn't mention to you was that when you do these titles, you have to have the cursor over in that highlighted. Then when you come over here in this window, when you click on this, you can say, okay, music 112, iMovie Help. Whoops. Oh, that's nice. I think that'll look nice for this video. You see it at the beginning. And I've got it running. That's probably a little long, 19 seconds. You won't need to see it that long, will you? Okay, I'm going to just bring it down. I just wanted to make sure that you see that. And I could leave that on there a minute so it actually starts as you start this, but I think I won't because it doesn't look that good. So I'm going to bring that back to there. But you know what? I had that little audio, and I can go back here. I'm going to just drop this audio in again right here that I used before and have a little fun. I actually did this before in this video, or you'll hear it later because I'm making this video right now. I'm going to delete this part. So click there. Oh, there it is. Delete that. And we'll just have this start. This will be the beginning of the video. And you'll see that. I'm going to cut that. I think maybe I can just, I'm going to just bring that fade out there so you'll hear that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Okay. So when you watch this video, that's what you're gonna see, and that's what I just made. So you'll see that at the beginning of this video. Okay, so we've got titles, audio and video. Okay, so here's some, like you can bring in audio from your music files if you're logged in. Apple TV, we've got some sound effects you could bring in, different things here. That's pretty cool. My media. Okay. And so let's see, we brought in photos. We did that. Let me just look and see what else. Okay. We did backgrounds, adding photos. We did transitions, clip filter. Okay, we did. Okay, we've done almost everything. So we got the clip filter. So if I want to do a filter, okay, here so I'm clicking here. What I'm going to do, if I click on this, I can filter it. See, so sometimes it can look pretty good. Oh yeah, there's none here. So I'm going to go to. This will actually show me, so I can see how these different. I could do, yeah. There's noir, black and white. I could do. There's. See, different kinds of filters that I could use. There's sepia. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've used that one before. These look pretty nice. So some people like to use those. So that's where those are. Okay, audio volume control, backgrounds, adding photos. We did that. Transitions, clip filter, drag in audio. Well, we did that. We brought the audio in because this was the audio from Logic that I enhanced with reverb and EQ, and also widened it a bit, and I just, of course, just dragged it down into there. So you can just do that, and you can get a bunch of different things going. You could have more than one audio, right? And then, okay, so we already did the Logic Pro. One thing we didn't do, recording your voice. So you can record in iMovie, although I couldn't get, you're supposed to be able to, let me say that. If you click on this record voiceover here, and then you go here, you make sure that you're coming in the right way. I can't get my volume slider up though. So I can't really do it, but this is where it's supposed to be. So you might be able to do it if you wanted to do that. And you could just click on this and you see it's 3, 2, 1. And here it's going to start recording right now. See, this is what I'm recording right down below that. But for me, nothing is actually showing up. So I'm just going to delete that. All right, so once you get your movie all made, and then what I usually do, well, we're going to go back here a minute. I'm going to just make that smaller. It's a little easier to work with. What I usually do is select it all, and I put an ending on this and some titles. But you just get all that selected, and then you can go up here, and this little square figure up here, like you're going to export it, share. You click on that, and then you can I just make a export file for now, and then here you can do some things here. You put the title, obviously your name goes first, and then you can say it's your iMovie project, and you can write what it is. And format, we're going to do video and audio, and you might be able to choose something higher than that. Quality, you could go to best and then compress, better quality. I probably choose both of those. It won't take probably too long. You're not going to have a very long video. So, and then you just hit next, and then it will take you to some place that you're going to save it. When you hit save, it will actually put your completed video in that space. And then once you get that, what I want you to do, there's a link that I gave you in Blackboard. I want you to download or upload your video to that link, and then I will be able to see what you did. And then, tell you what, why don't you just write out all the things that you did and what your plan was for your video and how you did it. Okay, thanks everybody.